Good morning, everyone. This topic's going to be on water shortage in the Philippines. Right now, we're in a crisis. It's kind of rough right now. Uh, no water all day long, and you got to wait until past 10, usually 11 or 12, before they turn on a little bit of the water. And it's real slow water pressure, real low water pressure. Then by morning, when you wake up, it's about gone. And that's the water we use for washing our clothes, bathing with, washing dishes. We still have drinking water now. They have water coming from the mountain. Uh, that you have to ask yourself, I'm in the province of Dinagat Island. Ask yourself, with all the nickel mining and destroying of the mountains, when the mountains are gone, you're not going to have any water in the mountains to flow down to make drinking water. They have reverse osmosis and stuff like that. They can treat the water. But if you have no water going into the water stations, you're not going to have any drinking water. Right now, we have drinking water. But for how long? We've been dry. We haven't had any rain in a while. That's really hurting us. Then they had the fiestas and that all the people coming from different provinces and stuff that depleted the water pressure we had and water supply we had. Now we're really hurting. Uh, Tune in and let me know about yourself, where you're calling from or where you're talking from. Are you in the Philippines and do you have in your barangay water shortage? No, right, it's a big crisis for us. We don't have any rain soon. It's going to get worse. I'm talking to myself, but anyway, hopefully I'll get a couple people come in to view it. Yeah, I thought it was a good topic to talk about, especially if you're in the Philippines. Let us know where you're at with barangay. Are you experiencing water problems like we are here in Dinagat or not? Normally, I do it from the cell phone application. Now I'm doing it from studio in the desktop mode from my cell phone. Not easy. I'm not a veteran in the live screen arena. Hopefully, we get a couple of people that come show up. So I'm not just talking about myself. If you show up, let us know where you're coming from. So, okay. Move everyone. Hopefully, we get somebody here. Right now, it's just me. Hopefully, someone comes shows up. Right now it's 6:33 Philippine time. Uh, Eastern time back in the United States is 6:33 on a Friday night. Here it's Saturday morning. Other countries chime in when you come. Let us know what time it is where you're, what part of the world you're from, and what time it is over there. Someone shows up. Good when I give chat to myself. We do have a definite problem right now in the Philippines, that's for sure. With the water shortages, hopefully we get some rain soon. This is getting ridiculous. Hoping I get somebody to come. Okay. Well, I put a short out. I had like 31 views. I was telling people that I had a live starting in about 30 minutes, so hopefully someone shows up. I think most of the views are coming local from the Philippines. If you're coming from the Philippines, if you don't speak good English, don't worry, or any other country, you don't speak good English, don't worry about it. I've been to the Philippines so long, I don't speak good English either. You don't have to worry about your grammar if it's not perfect, because mine's not either. I'll figure out what you're saying anyway. I'm not no grammar police because my grammar is terrible. And I'm not gonna talk bad about somebody because their grammar is not good. Because I don't even speak Philippine language, so everybody's a step ahead of me. I lack language skills. I've been to the Philippines so long that my English structures pathetic. I don't even know some of the words anymore in English. You know, if you don't use the language, then you don't speak to anybody, which I don't. Uh, Everybody here is Filipino. Uh, I got a few people every once in a while I speak English too, but and their uh, native language is not English, so everybody's welcome. Even if you can't speak any English, it's okay. Just show up. Hopefully, we get a global audience here. I'll just let you know what's happening here. I'll go over it again. Okay, I'm in Dinagat Island in the province in the Philippines, a small access to the city. If you go to Big San Jose, take a boat, takes about an hour and a quarter, hour and a half. And I have to go to the terminal in Big San Jose. That's like an hour and a quarter, hour and a half motorcycle ride. So you're looking at a trip to Surigao City of about 3 hours. Coming back's the same. So you go to Surigao City, travel there and back here, it's 3 hours. Uh, One way and then 3 hours back. So you're looking at just alone travel is 6 hours. And then whatever you're going to do, and however long you're in the city, you're in the city for 3 or 4 hours. So you plan a day of it. And then me, I'm on a motorcycle, and the seat's not comfortable for a long ride, so my butt hurts. I usually take the XR, which the seat's okay if you're just driving around town or something. But when you get on an hour and a half motorcycle ride, it gets sore, your butt gets sore, and you got to come back an hour and a half. So, not a comfortable thing. I got a YTX and YTX, and the seat's a little better, but it doesn't matter. Uh, an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back on a motorcycle. Uh, I don't have much of a butt. I got more. I got more fat on my belly than my butt. My butt's kind of skin and bone, so it's painful. I'm talking to myself. Oh, do what you can do, right? Hopefully, I get some people come. If not, all I can say is I tried, right? Sometimes you have a success, sometimes you have no success. Most times, none, but you still got to try. I appreciate all the views I get from my channel. And I appreciate the people, that come around. Sometimes if people show up on the live stream, that's great too. But I know everybody's got busy lives and they got things to do. More important than come watch my high feed. So I don't have real high expectations. But whoever comes, I appreciate it greatly. Right now, I'm over 12 minutes talking to myself. It is what it is, people. YouTube is not guaranteed. You build an audience, and hopefully people like you. But you got to remember, it's not only people like you. People have lives to live. They have families, or if they're single, they still have things to do. More important things in life than looking at some creators' channel. If they can spare a few minutes to come, it's great. If not, I understand. All I can say is I put in the effort. So any of us can ever do. We grow one subscriber at a time, one watch hour at a time. You never know what'll happen. I'm an old man, going to be 68, 2 months retired, so I don't have a schedule where I have to be. I don't have a job to go to. I stopped working when I was 61, retired. Had a hard life. Got 7 years Iraq and 1 year in Afghanistan in combat zone. Back in the States and America, I worked in air conditioning and helped rewire houses also on the side. Spent a lot of time lifting heavy air conditioners, crawling in hot hours, attics in Florida, crawling underneath houses, Georgia, also crawling underneath houses, mobile houses in America. And Lily Springs, Florida. Oh my goodness. Can't tell you how many houses I crawled under. One time I was crawling under a mobile home. And, oh man, it was spooky. I crawled under in Florida and I had a snake fall right on my chest. It was tight underneath the trailer. You can imagine a snake falling right on your chest when you're not ready for it. Luckily, it wasn't a poisonous snake. And one time I was in, where is this? I don't know if it was Georgia or South Carolina. I was under a house and I saw, what was it? Trying to think of the snakes I saw. Uh, what was it? It was copperhead, and it was poisonous. It was under the trailer when, not the trailer, in Georgia or South Carolina. It wasn't the trailer. They had a crawl space underneath the house. and the snake was there. And I had to go under there, and he was there, and how many other snakes, I don't know. I didn't bother the snake, and I got lucky. I saw him, and I didn't step on him or trip on him. I couldn't step on him. I didn't crawl on top of him. And he didn't bother me. I tried to do what I had to do and get out of there in a hurry. I figured if there was one snake under there, there were more. From the south, that's the problem. You got snakes everywhere, especially in Florida. Snake infested. I lived there before they had the anaconda problem. Not anaconda, a python problem in the Florida Everglades. When I was living there, they didn't have any pythons running around the Everglades, but they did have water moccasins and rattlesnakes. And I've been walking through the woods before, and I had a snake or two crawl between the legs. Got to the point where I wore snake boots whenever I went to Everglades. There's a lot of snakes, a lot of alligators. I don't know. I haven't been back in a long time, so who knows what it is now. Before I came here, I was living in South Carolina, not Florida. I lived in a bad part of South Carolina, Holman Park in Anderson, South Carolina. Drug infested place. I was glad to get out of there. I was the only one in the neighborhood who worked at a job. Then when I was in the Philippines, I got hurt in Afghanistan. I was doing some heavy overhead drilling, 12, 13, 14 hours a day with a 40-pound healthy rotary hammer and drilling holes with it for big service cables. You know, I got popped down. I got a bad hernia operation. I had to have a hernia operation, my second one. Turned out I had to have 2 hernia operations that day. That was, I'll never forget that day. Christmas Day, 2012. That was the end of my career of working in war zone. I tried to go back after I healed. I got infected and I couldn't walk for like 2 or 3 weeks. Once I got healed, I tried to get a job at Dynacorp. And I passed the written and everything. I was qualified. Then I had to go to the physical. They had what is called a risk assessment, where you make it for 10 years. And they said I would. That was obviously they were wrong. I'm still around. But anyway, I failed the physical. I'm working in combat through a hard part of my life. I've never had an easy life. I've had a hard life. But now I'm retired in the Philippines. Philippines is a nice place. Good people around me. I live in the province. I wouldn't want to live in the big city. That's terrible. Big people. A lot of bad people. Province. Here I am rambling, talking to myself. And now we have water shortages. No matter where you go, you're going to have hardship. It's not easy for anyone. I'm just curious. I wanted to talk about the water shortages. But here I am. Nobody's here.